Got it. There you go. Now it's all good.
What's up, everybody? How's it going today? Second podcast, still technical difficulties. Sorry, we're here now. We're gonna do super quick introductions again. Sorry, you guys have to repeat yourselves. We'll start with Adam GR. Go ahead.
Yo, I'm Adam. I played since launch. I've got all 7 1250s, and I kind of main Spidey / Hulk at the moment.
He streams as well.
Oh yeah, I
Check
do
him
that.
out.
Yeah, it's a good stream. Noms, I main BP and Spider. I love the game, and I'm Cheddah's secret lover.
All right, go mode.
I'm God mode. I started also on launch. I have all 7 1250s. You guys may or may not know me. I main pretty much everybody. Good to be here.
Thank y'all for coming. We appreciate you.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about the state of the game first, and we'll start with Adam GR. What do you think the state of the game is right now? Think everything's good, or?
Yeah, in terms of gameplay, apart from kind of double Spidey, triple Spidey being really annoying to face, it's kind of a fun meta to play in for the most part. Kind of enjoy it. In terms of the whole thing going on with rewards at the moment, I just don't see the need for them to nerf daily crystals. That's just annoyed me. Right? You did that like.
Did they nerf daily crystals?
Yeah, they did nerf daily crystals.
Yeah.
Wait, is that confirmed? Really?
Yeah, they lowered the chance to get epics and rares a lot. I think because they were like, oh yeah, we're giving you rare shards and epic shards instead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they give us a little bit of rare shards every day, and it's supposed to make up for the one epic you were hitting a week or whatever. Or some people were a lot luckier.
And some people are really lucky. Yeah.
Noms, what do you think the state of the game right now, dude?
Oh man, I love Spider-Man. He's my favorite, but I'm tired of him. And it's mostly just Gatling. I feel like if they do something with Gatling, it'd be a lot better. But I think it's the same as last time. Instead of slow, it's fast. You know, because it's still like the same kind of combos, but just spiders in place of SS.
Yeah, the games are a little more intense now, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it's a much. I do like that it's a lot harder. It is definitely a harder meta, so I do like that. A lot more challenging, but it's still kind of the same shit, different day.
Yep. God mode, what about you? What do you think of the state of the game right now, dude?
I don't know. It kind of feels repetitive to me. Feels like Spider is the new SS, and a couple of different champs are the other champions, and everybody's using this champion and everybody's using him, and then I'm pretty sure, or that's what I'm assuming, he might get a nerf, and move on to the next one. Black Panther might get a buff, and she might be the new meta, and it's kind of just repetitive. But as Nam said, it is much more challenging, and that's what I like about it. It's pretty fun now.
Mm-hmm.
Makes the game much more fun, because in the previous meta it was really slow, like he said, and some of the games were like 20 minutes, man. They were boring. At least now they're either attack,
Win or lose pretty quick.
win or lose.
Yeah.
Max.
Yeah, now when you lose, you don't get the soul drained out of you. So I guess that's an upgrade.
Right.
Yeah, it's not a 20-minute slow grind away of your BR.
Yeah, never killing SS or anything.
Do you guys find since 2.0 that the glitches have been better? I know there's still a lot of glitches. There's still things that are frustrating, but I think they've definitely been a lot better since the original release.
Yeah, I haven't found as many DCs myself.
Yeah, I think so. The lag's not nearly as often as it used to be either.
Hopefully that's something they can keep addressing and keep working towards, and the community can keep helping them and letting them know what's going on.
I find a lot more now you get like the 5-second lag spike, but you don't get the crit errors as much.
Mm-hmm.
The crit error is way worse. I don't mind.
I get
5-second DC sucks, but
I never got the crit error pre-patch, but I've gotten 2 or 3 after the patch.
Really?
Oh,
So there's that.
Some people just get different things. Like I get a lot of like what you said, that 5-second lag, where my bot just runs off the map and it'll spawn in their Bodok, and I'm just like, here we go again.
Have you guys got more lag in like the last few days?
I found the last week or so. Yeah, I was like, I snapped.
Yeah, like something happened, man. I don't know. It just seemed to After the patch, it was like great. I got no lag at all. But the last few days, it's been hitting quite
You know
hard, actually.
It seems like it's
Know what
since
it
they put
is?
the shards in.
Maybe.
Probably a huge new influx of new players.
You
Oh,
think
but that's
so?
a good thing though.
Maybe it's
Okay. Damn it.
I wish. It's probably what she said. It's probably the introduction of shards and the alliance events. How they like finally start giving out rewards. Like you saw a couple days ago, the alliance events were kind of messed up. You know, wrong points. People weren't getting their rewards. Then eventually
Mhm.
got fixed. So it's little
Yeah.
stuff like that that adds up. You know.
It's nice that they're fixing it though, at least. Like they continue to keep fixing these problems and they address them. Like I know maybe sometimes we wish it was a bit quicker, but like they are doing what they can, which I appreciate like a little bit.
I have faith in the developers, but I'm a little less iffy on whoever the people that decide like the monetary side of it. I don't know if that's like a marketing team or if that's the developers that do that, but
yeah, it's marketing or something like that. It's not
yeah,
the same
if
people.
it's two,
Yeah,
it
that's
feels
the
like two
problem.
different groups. The developers seem cool, and
Or they
then-
say it's not the same people.
yeah, that's true. I guess I don't know, but it doesn't feel like they have the same type of. I don't know.
Like they're
I
not
don't
on the
know what
same
it is.
page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next point here. We'll talk about like team comps that you guys have been seeing a lot of, the ones that are annoying to fight against.
Obviously we know Spidey, but let's try to like talk like different comps that obviously are probably gonna include Spidey, but
Gonna be a couple Spider-Man comps, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Adam, you've been playing a lot lately.
Yeah, what is it? It's just super hard to beat. Like double Hulk Spidey and double Spidey Hulk are the two ones that spring to mind.
Yep.
Dead
I'd
end.
also add Spidey Stormhulk to that.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Spidey Stormhulk is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get slowed and then caught.
Mm-hmm.
it's just trying to
Uh,
look at CC comps are working at the moment.
you think of like any comp that would be good maybe against it?
Triple hammer Hulk. That's what I want to run.
It's a lot of enrages to deal with, honestly, and like that's what's tough for Spideys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like versus. Well, I can't say that. Versus double Hulk, I like to do my BP, but a lot of people can't really do that so much. I think Hulk's good versus Spidey, and then I don't know what's good versus like Storm Hulk Spidey. I don't know.
I actually find
I-
that Storm. Sorry, I find Storm counter Spidey pretty good, actually.
That's true. Yeah, this Ice Storm.
Yeah.
She's the
You
only
know-
one that can compete with the level of CC, so it's like
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I
You know
would
what else
love to
is
see
good?
more windstorms because I don't see hardly any at all.
I was
I think
trying to
it's
read a
just
bit.
Windstorm
Yeah?
is just a really high skill
Skill
cap.
cap. Yep, absolutely.
the
And
hope
a lot of
is
people
more
just don't get used to her, so they're like, screw this. I'm gonna go back to regular Ice Storm or something.
Yep. That
If-
and you also can't like carry as a storm. Like your other team also has to be, somewhat solid as well. You can't just like do it all on your own.
Right. Another good
So-
counter to Spider-Man is, you guys might be surprised, but it's actually what I found out was Vibranium Captain America.
Actually,
That
yeah,
shield
that probably
throw?
would be good. Yeah, the shield throw. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been testing it out recently. The shield
Maybe
throw.
new meta.
If you kind of like, you can tell when a Spidey's gonna come in and go after you. If you get it down, you could stun them just before they go at you, and they're like, oh shoot, that just threw me off completely, and you could run away and whatever.
Is the shield throw longer than Spidey's S1?
That I'm not sure of.
It'd be close.
You could stop the Gatling combo though, right? That's what you're talking about. Like you still get at speed 1, but you stop the Gatling, right? Okay.
Wait, does he not evade the shield throw?
Well, the best part about Captain, or the shield throw Captain, is where if you miss your shield throw, right, you can get rooted, but if you throw up your heavy, the S2 won't catch you.
Mhm.
And sometimes they don't know that, and you'll just get out of there and they'll be like, what the heck? And you could just go and shield throw again because it has a really fast cooldown.
Yeah, it does.
By the time you do the combo, you could just stun them again, and that's pretty much what I found out.
We also tried Vibranium Shield and using his ult. We would do it's Spidey again, but we would do double Gatling Spidey with a Vibranium Shield, and everyone would just ult at the same time and just melt the enemy team so fast. It was really really
so
fun.
much projectile power. So God mode, what are some comps that you're seeing?
And I'm seeing
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You've been playing against a lot.
We know you play way up there in the 1250s.
honestly a lot of Spider-Mans, but I think up there a lot of people just sometimes might get bored of Spider-Man and they just switch. But if I would say the top three I see is Spider-Man, Gauntlet Hulk, and Iron Legionnaire.
Mhm.
Iron Legionnaire is very
I've
strong.
been seeing Leia and someone else, Aiko, and they were playing comp kind of like that with Hammer Hulk and Iron Man, and I think Aiko was on cap. But yeah, they're slapping those people. That's for sure.
I know it's been a long time for some of you guys, but what do you guys think? Like, try to put yourself in like new in the game. You don't know 100% everyone's skills. You don't know 100% what everyone does. What do you think? There's some good comps for maybe like some people in below defender tier for right now.
I think kind of
Yeah, that's a good
anything could
question.
work at that point, right? I don't
Yeah,
know.
you-
Well, I might stick away from like Cap or Iron Man, but
I think
and
you
I
want
tried-
to try to have double shooter always with a tank type unit, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think is important in the low BR range because a lot of players, I'm not saying that they're not skilled, but a lot of players they would just ram with a tank and you could follow up with a tank if they don't have like a good team combination. So that's why I would
Mhm.
say like have somebody that could just tank.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think Hulk is like really strong at the lower levels. I think if you're new
Oh,
and
yeah.
want to climb and learn the game, just play Hulk because he's so good. And he's always good. He's good. He's also he's the best characters all around, I think.
Yeah, Spidey I think might be right now, but I think he's gonna get addressed. I think Hulk has kind of always been a pretty strong character, like maybe the second best every time, because like
Right.
they've had the SS as the strongest, and now Spidey kind of seems the strongest, but Hulk has really held his own, and he's nice to play because your team kind of has to play around you, so you can kind of learn like where your placement is, where some of the placement of the other people are, and it helps you learn the game, like Noms was saying. So I think that's a good point.
I would still put Hulk up there with Spidey because I mean, Spidey, you get grabbed by Spidey, sure, but oftentimes it's Hulk following up as well that seals the deal. Like I put him in the same place.
Hmm.
And if you want to counter Spidey, Hulk's one of the better ones to counter him as well. The enrage is super nice. He puts out the good damage, all the CC. I'd put him in the same spot. I just don't think Hulk's as problematic as Spidey, but I don't know why that is. I don't know why I think that.
What do you think, Adam, for some of the lower players?
but it's hard to tell. So I haven't been there for not trying to say. I because up to like what is it 600-700 BR, you don't lose. Like if you lose a game, you still win BR. So it's that last little bit.
So just play and practice.
It's just play. Like I guess it's just run. If you're playing with a group, just run a Spidey and then whatever you want to climb up is your third. Probably the best, or double Spidey if you've got a cap to climb maybe.
Cool.
Right.
So it's more about synergies, right? Like if you've got anyone with a good synergy set and you learn how to play that set, you can probably climb them against people with no synergies.
Yeah, so whoever you got the best gear for, just kind of use them to climb.
I guess.
All right, let's switch off to the next topic here. Got how to build champions. So, which stats do you look for on certain champions? Is there any stats that really help certain champions?
But
I know that you guys kind of all play different champions actually for your mains, so that's good. And Adam, what do you think on Hulk? I see you play him a lot.
yeah, well, I suppose with everyone, but especially health regen's the big stat. I suppose that's like the top. That's probably the S tier role.
Yep.
Crushing power, armor, and health regen. Build those three. You've got to kill a Hulk.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
But you can't really, be so picky, right? A
Oh,
lot of the times you're
very
just
true.
playing what you get, doing the
Yeah.
best you can.
Hammer
And
Holt,
that's-
Oh,
Hammer
for
Holt,
sure.
Hammer
That's what I
Holt,
think the
heavy
problem
attack's
is.
useless, but Fist Holt, heavy attack's quite good. Light
Mhm.
attack's always good, and then special pretty good as well.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Noms, you play a lot of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
what are the stats you look for there?
uh, honestly, I focused more on the synergies for Spider instead of what the stat rolls I got. A lot of the stat rolls I got are like health and then another roll of health. Like it's not really what I want on Spider-Man, but that's just kind of what I got. So I would think piercing power is probably your best roll. Depending if you're doing a crit build, then you would want some crit power as well. And health region. Health region is going to be, I think, the number one thing you want for every character. It only rolls on 2 pieces, but yeah, I think it's better to focus on your synergies because I would go for a blue over a purple if it had the synergy that I wanted.
Yep.
What
Okay.
synergies do you use on Spidey? If you don't mind.
I'm using 6% crit for the head. Oh man, I don't remember what it is for the chest. But it's web snipe, and then I'm using. I guess I could bring it up. Maybe I'll bring it up and look at it real quick.
Slugger Shot's a projectile crit power one.
Yes, that is. That's it. Yep, because it goes with the head. I'm using the spider sense for the arms and legs, which give me. I think they both give me some form of attack power whenever I evade. Okay, good. He's the one I have.
I think
selected.
one's attack and one's special.
Let's see. Let's look at
Or
it.
is it attack? and heavy attack?
Yeah,
think
I
it's
get
attack and
the I
heavy
get
attack.
the plus 244 heavy attack power when I evade
Mhm.
It's heavy.
for one, and then I think the other one's just normal attack power. Yeah, 244 attack power on evade for the other, which is
Yeah.
great for Gatling because you get that double. And then the boots. All right, this is the one I think is the best. You should always pick 'em off web snipe for the boots, which is you empower your projectile attack power whenever you dash. I think you have to get that one, and then after that, you can kind of make anything work. I think any of the rest of them are okay, but that one I think is a must-have.
So for that boots one, if you dash twice, does it stack or no?
It does not.
It does not. So yeah, so dash once, watch the little icon thing disappear underneath your health bar, and then dash again, and just keep that up all the time.
Yeah, so you'll see me a lot like when the Bodog goes. I'm always running toward the enemy Bodog when we're about to cap, and as soon as we cap it, I dash in, start auto attacking, and then I'll usually dash left or right to refresh it and keep auto attacking, just to make sure I keep that Bodog.
Spidey's key for auto attack.
Mhm.
Auto attack. Like I guess all the shooters are.
Yep. Yeah, I try not to do anything. Try not to use my abilities because I feel like that's less damage, especially with the ability nerf that they did.
On the base, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. God mode. You play Iron Man. Like you're probably the best Iron Man I've ever seen. So how do you build him? What are you focusing on?
Oh, I really don't know. There's just so much I want to do with him. But so the build I have on him right now, I just have a lot of crit power. That's what I look mostly for in my stats. I think every single piece of gear I have has some sort of crit power. Because
Nice.
I'm mostly a laser, and I also look for a special power versus distant foes. That one is a pretty big one too, because the farther away the opponent is, the more damage they take. So I don't know if any of you like have versed me, you'll see if you're like up close to my face, and you'll be taking like 250, 270 per tick. But if you're right at the end of it, you'll be taking 400 to 500 and two, 3 ticks, and you're gone, and you're just standing there like, what just happened?
Yeah, I've had you like swipe it over my toe like twice, so
I'm dead.
It was me, and then I think it was either Renzu or Rue. I don't remember. And then a third. And we were all grouped on the ladder. And Godmo tried to solo queue into us, and he did, and got 2 bots and beat us. I swear.
Oh my goodness.
It was
Stacked up
so
on Valkyrie till at the wrong
embarrassing.
time.
It was so embarrassing.
I don't think it was bots. I think one of them was a real player. The other one was a bot.
You're right, because you actually grouped up with that Iron Man later. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, but he was like a 900 or something, and then the other one was a bot, and they whooped our ass.
I ended up adding him.
Yeah. This
But
Iron Man hurt.
also, a really piece of important gear in this meta, or a piece of stat in this meta, is health regen. And
That's good. Yep.
Health
Yeah,
regen is really
'cause-
important.
because SS got a big nerf, so she doesn't heal as much, and you needed to look for those gear. Like for example, I have a green gear on my Iron Man just because of the health regen.
You got
And
like a 22 health regen or whatever on it.
yeah, I think it's something like that. But recently, yeah, that's what basically I have. And people have been asking me, "Dang, how can you heal so much?" And I'm healing for like 40 per tick, or 40 per 2 ticks. And
Mhm.
that's what I look for. Those 3 stats are crit power, special power on distant foes, and health, or a health regen.
Can you get health regen on your weapon, or is it only like health regen when blocking and like stuff like that?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, it's only from
there's
like
two
the
ty-
special
there's-
stat.
Oh, okay.
There's 2 types of health regen. There's conditional regen and just regular stat regen.
Yeah.
You can only get health regen stat on 2 pieces of gear. I think it's
Chest and
second and
arms.
third slot. Yeah.
Chest and arms, yeah.
Hmm.
You used to be able to get health on every single piece of gear back then.
Yep.
But I don't know why they changed it. Maybe I guess too OP.
Way too OP.
I was talking to somebody, and they were telling me that first they were telling me, yeah, you can get health regen on every single piece of gear, and I'm just like, are you sure? Like, well, yeah, if you add all that up, blah blah blah, you'll be able to tick for like 102 health per tick. And I'm just sitting there like, okay, guess I'll go.
Like too much. It's like
Find
what a
those-
projectile does, kind of.
So
And then a conditional regen you can get on every single piece of gear.
Mm.
I think.
so
Like,
there's
health regen
health
while
regen-
flying or blocking.
Oh, flying. You're right. That one too. So Iron Man, Cap, and Hulk have it. Are they the only 3? Do others have health regen while doing something else? Because I don't think I've ever seen anyone except there's 3. Storm has
Storm
like
with-
health
well,
while
channeling.
channeling. Yeah, there's that
Yep.
one. But I'm
Well,
trying-
Windstorm. If
Yep.
you use Windstorm,
yeah,
she
that's
has like a double heal ability. If there's a piece of gear where if you dash, you heal.
Mhm.
So when I was testing out with Avenge yesterday, we were able, like, I would dash, do attack damage, get my health bar low. Then he would dash in, heal me. He would place his S2, because when you place your S2, you get all your stamina regen back, and he would dash again. And then I would dash, and so the health bar will go up full, and it's pretty crazy.
That's fucking nice.
Yeah, it was cool. I like that a lot.
I actually never noticed, or I never knew that the special power 2 from Windstorm gives you all your stamina regen back. And I think I was playing with Noms the other day, and he was doing something. I was so confused. I'm like, how am I getting all of my my
Yeah.
stamina back? And I looked that up yesterday.
Yeah. We
So you gotta
found that
play
on
the stuff and
accident.
figure it out.
Yeah, we found that out on accident a couple of days because, like, on Spidey, when they knock him back, you kind of want to root him after the knockback. So I double
Right.
dashed to make sure I could get it. And then they put, I think it was Avenge put down his S2 just to make me do more damage. And I got all my stamina back. And I was like, wait, I just double dashed and I'm full stamina. What the heck was that? So we kind of, found it on accident. So it was pretty
Like
cool.
that.
Happy accidents.
Yep. I hope it's intended. It might be a bug. I don't have a clue.
I think it
Open
says it in the
intended.
skill.
Yeah,
Somewhere.
it does say it in the skill.
Oh,
That
does
it
it?
gives you.
Does it?
Look at it.
Yep.
I'm gonna look at it. I didn't know that.
I was reading it yesterday and I couldn't find it. That's why I was confused. Are you sure it says it?
Okay. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure.
I thought it
does.
said something about it though. Yeah.
I'll go check quick. I have my phone. I'll check.
Yeah,
before
I'm
we
about to
move
look at
the
it right
next
here.
topic.
Noms is looking at it.
Okay.
Storm directs the wind currents to grant wind fury buff to allies in the area, boosting their projectile power and weakening enemy projectiles.
I swore it
Oh.
said.
Yeah, I thought it said something about that. I guess not.
I thought it said in Phil Phil stamina or something. Obviously, it doesn't. He just read it.
Is there anything about a fury buff that says something?
Let me see.
I can't click on any of these.
No,
words
that doesn't
in here.
show you the Wind Fury buff. What it does.
Well,
I guess isn't
they did say that the damage buff is just a flat 20%.
it's
Yeah.
20? I thought it was 30.
It's 20.
And then 20, I mean, you take 20% reduced damage, right?
I would assume. I didn't see them specifically say that. I just saw one of the devs say that it's a flat 20%, and it stacks. So if you do 100, you get one buff. It's 120. If you get two buffs, and it's like 120, 144. So you get an extra 20, and then you get an extra 24 because now it's doing 20% of 120, or 25, maybe,
Oh.
something like that. So it kind of stacks like that.
The double windstorm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's move on to our next one here. What do you guys want to see in the future? They just did a patch. What, it's been 2 weeks or 3 weeks now, and well, they got to be coming out with another one soon enough. So let's give them some suggestions to stuff they need to add into that one.
Heroes.
Yeah, heroes
Oh,
seem to
don't
be
ask me. You
popular.
already know what I'm gonna say.
Adam, you got something on this one?
Oh yeah, a couple of things. We've been drafting this idea of just huge like boss fights that you have to like really think about and that give like one-time rewards and some kind of story mode one-time reward, PvE, anything like that, kind of permanent content that allows people to play it alongside like progression in the game to get more rewards, maybe exclusive rewards.
Yeah.
Cap above 1250, or at least a reward system for winning games at 1250.
I
feel like
think
it's
I actually seen something about that they were going to add in a legendary rating or whatever for games you win while you're 1250.
Yeah, but they said no ETA or no promises or anything. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be
Hashtag
next
soon,
patch.
right?
They
Yeah.
need to think too for the lower people. I think they really need to do something with the matchmaking because, like, I understand where they're coming from right now. That it's really hard. There's not enough players. It's hard to matchmake and stuff like that. But, like, they have no problem giving me bots at 1250. So why am I seeing 900s instead of them seeing a solo queue with a bot? Like, that's what I don't understand. I feel like some of those people in that 700 to 900 range would really not rather, like, they wouldn't mind waiting an extra minute to queue up or whatever.
Yep.
And, like, I would rather us see the real people and them see the bots than,
Yeah.
like,
Yep. Whatever that range is, they definitely need to reduce it because I don't want to be at 1250 and fighting against some 900 people that are just.
it makes me feel so bad. But...
Yeah, because and then you're pushing people
Yeah,
out
you
of the
need to,
game
like,
instead
shrink
of
it a
bringing
little.
people into it, and I just.
Exactly.
I don't like it.
They should start helping
you
them
know,
out.
yeah,
Yeah.
you have to go and find them
Throw
in
the
global
game.
and pull them up.
Throw the game against 900s.
That's a
Especially
thought,
if it's me pulling up my 900s. You know how they won't let like warrior people party up with recruit tier people and stuff like that. You think they should do something like that for warrior and guard and defender?
Is that you mean? I don't know. Is that an issue? I don't know if that's too much of a problem. Is it?
It's not, but like I know for sure I've played people that are trying to carry their warrior friend up when I'm 1250. And like that's not going to get that person to stick around.
Gotcha. It may be. It's not. Oh, it's not really that difficult. I think. Oh, was it Adam was saying that? I mean, you can get to 750 pretty easy because you just get, even if you lose, you still get plus points. So
yeah,
I don't really
up until about 700 or something like that.
Yeah,
That's easy for people like us, but if those people on that way to 700 were doing 2-1 losses and they were still climbing, they're never gonna get from that 700 points.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, they're gonna need to keep practicing and stuff like that. But like, if as soon as they get into 800, boom, they're against people who are beta players or people who have 3 or 4 1250s. Like, it's not fair, in my opinion, to say that those people have the same chance as like someone like us who's been playing on it for thousands of games or hundreds of games. You know?
Yeah, I think. Go ahead.
That's the problem right there. Kabam or the developers don't want to, release anything for the end tier players because they want the, beginning tier players to catch up, but they can't catch up because of the matchmaking system. So it's just like it's ironic because as soon as they get up to like what you said, 900 to 1000 BR, they queue up against people like Adam, me, or anybody that's up there, and it's very tough to win against those people because they've been playing for a while, and at this point, we're just playing for fun, waiting for something to do.
Hmm.
While these guys are over here trying to push, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of a what's that word? Counterproductive,
Hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
we're just gonna have to wait a long time for them to catch up.
Do you think if they introduced like another tier above 1250 that would help out a lot?
I think so it would, because those guys, us,
Because we
would
wouldn't go
move
against
past.
900s, right?
We would move past. Let's say they
Right.
take it up to 2000, right? And we get up there, and I'm pretty sure we're not going to match up when we're 2000 with 900.
Well, I'm
Right.
just gonna say with what Godmo said, if they did that, they could actually cap it so that you can't match up. Like, so if you're
Right.
in that tier, you can't match up against that tier. But I think what they've said, their counter argument to that is there's not enough players in the game. But like, you're not gonna get more
Yeah.
players in the
Yeah,
game
there'd be
unless.
like 10-minute matchmaking up there.
Yeah, I was just about to say that would help everyone at 900, but for the 5% of us at 1250, we're gonna have to like
Yeah.
coordinate on Discord. Hey, we're queuing up. Anybody else want to queue up so we can have some games? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
Give us
gonna
a
be
1
rough.
VR game.
Yeah.
Well, I think that it wouldn't be 1BR games though, right? If it was like that, because like it would be you'd only be fighting the people in, like, let's say it's called Legendary. You'd only be fighting people in Legendary. So like if you're all low Legendary, hypothetically it would be a lot of points, right? You'd be getting 10 points a win or whatever, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not gonna make a big of a difference if they do release it or they don't. We're still gonna keep playing, and we're all in that same BR range. It's not like somebody's gonna get all 2000 BR player champions in one day. Everybody's still gonna have to grind up. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
for sure.
That's what I want to see. I want to see a BR increase, rank 4s, legendaries, all that.
I think a BR increase might bring back some players too that left. We know some
People that
players.
just play less now. They just do their
Mhm.
dailies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think
I only
about
played-
And
it.
what about new game modes or ways to play? You guys think that like a custom game would be a good thing, or you think that would be
Yeah.
bad?
Hell yes.
Oh yeah, that'd be
That would
great.
be a great thing.
But again, it wouldn't bring new players. Really.
I would play the heck out of a custom game mode. Even with no rewards, I would do it. You could try all sorts of team comps, play against people who aren't worried about losing BR because you don't lose or gain anything from it. I mean, you just love custom games.
If they have all the 1250 people playing custom games, they don't have them queuing against 900.
There you go. That's the fix. That's the fix.
Yeah, it takes them out of the matchmakers.
It would make setting up tournaments easier too.
Oh,
Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I don't know. That, like, I've seen in past games, just having a custom game mode, it's overall a good thing. Like, there's nothing bad that could happen. It's not like somebody could cheat their way in. It's a custom game. If you lose, you lose. You're not gonna lose any BR. It's literally just fun game mode.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's not like you're going to do custom games to feed people BR either,
Right.
because that's like could be a major problem as well.
I think they mentioned it in that AMA they did, didn't they? And they said that it's something they've considered, but they don't know if they want to. They don't know how much control they want to give to the players. Like, do you mess with effects? Do you have like buffs in the arena like you do in deathmatch? Like they're kind of curious on what to do, and I think they should just give all of it to us.
Right, yeah.
Give all of it to us. Let us have the options to do all the things that we want, and then
Can you imagine? Oh, if you stay in the circle for more than 4 seconds, you die instantly or something like that. Like, can you imagine those kind of crazy buffs?
That'd be ridiculous. Yeah, I'd
It
love
would
all
just make it more fun.
like that. Yeah.
I'm down for whatever.
For
Why
real
not?
though,
Bring
for
matches.
people watching, deathmatch is low key really fun. It's a really good place to practice your champs. It is one fun game mode that they do have. I know we're talking about future right now, but deathmatch can be pretty fun when you're newer in the game. You haven't grinded them 1,000 times.
Yeah, it helps you learn your skill timing.
I actually do deathmatch quite a lot for the component, so
Yeah, we do too.
for that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I do after a stream. I'm just sitting on the couch,
Mhm.
all
Do
burnt out
deathmatch.
from playing for like 3 hours and just do deathmatch.
I would love to see some kind of guild versus guild thing that isn't, just these alliance events that we get. Like, an actual competing against them. So I don't know how it would work. I understand how it works in a game like a Marvel Contest of Champions, but I don't know how you could make that work in this kind of game. But I want something like that.
They've got
Other than just straight queuing and
Just
against
put
each
it
other.
out there,
Yeah,
'cause
exactly.
They say they want to keep it simple. You could even do something where like we all have to like fight a boss type thing, and like the more you fight the boss, the more points you get. And like you as a guild,
Like-
just keep fighting the boss, keep fighting the boss. Like it's kind of like strongholds, but like
So yeah, that's
strong-
kind of like a raid, right? Like a PVE kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like in,
And-
I
kinda
wasn't
like
even
Injust-
thinking. Yep,
Injustice 2.
yep,
And
yep.
Yeah, go on,
it's
bud.
kind of like it. Like I was
Can you
just
say-
saying, like it's kind of like the Injustice 2 game where the raid things where there's one big boss.
Mm-hmm.
But are you guys talking about like a team of 3 versus the boss, and then another team of
Mm.
3, or the
Could be either.
whole 18 members go out that one boss?
So it would
I want
probably
that 18 at one
be-
boss, but
Oh, that
at
would be
different
crazy.
times. At
Yeah,
different
yeah, yeah,
times, though, right? So like in groups of 4 or whatever, so you can
Yeah, so
talk
you
as
got-
an alliance and do damage together.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You've got one attempt maybe each person can go in at
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of
Yeah,
good games
yeah.
like
Exactly
that.
that.
Yeah. You get like 2 or 3 attempts or
It would be-
something. Do as much damage as you can.
Hmm.
It would be
And then you
cool
could
'cause, go ahead.
Oh, you go.
Oh, I was just gonna say it would be cool to have that kind of map, like a boss thing. For example, like if any Kabam employees are listening out there, you could make like a boss where if you take 20% health down, he gets a buff. Like plus 60% projectile resist or something like that. Plus another 20% health down, plus 50 armor, 500 armor, or something like that. Just to make it more
Oh, you're breaking up.
challenging.
Yeah. And I think what the villain they're doing right now is Apocalypse, right?
Mhm.
It seems like it might be.
It seems like it might be. Like I'd love to fight just an Apocalypse bot, and he just has like all these crazy abilities he does. Like makes these giant hands and just punches you across the map, and puts up these giant shields and just all sorts
That would
of
be awesome. Instead of your back.
overpowered abilities. He would still be a bot, but he would just do crazy, crazy things.
It could even be like a world
Right.
boss thing, I guess, like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
daily
yeah.
thing rather than a guild thing.
They could even do it like a time limit thing. Whichever guild complete the thing the quickest as a team of 3.
Yep.
One guy's beat it in a minute and a half, another team beats it in a minute and 15 seconds.
Your total
so-
time is the quickest or whatever.
Yeah, the
Total
total guild
damage,
quickest
or-
time.
Well, I was thinking.
Total-
Whichever
total
guild does the more
damage.
damage.
Yeah, I was thinking
Yep.
more that you can't kill this guy. You have like a 3-minute time limit, or it goes until he kills you or something like that.
I think that's what we're
Yeah,
kind of
it's just
saying
like a
too.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's
essentially.
right.
yeah, it's not meant to be killed. It's meant to be like who can do the most.
But
Yeah.
what about like a guild war kind of a thing, like PvP? Do you have any
Well,
ideas
that's
how
the
that
way
could
we
work?
done it. It's hard because there's not many people in an alliance. You'd have to do like a pool of alliances, maybe elite, like, and then you can just queue up and you have like 3. This is similar to a game Clash Royale. They did. I don't know if any of you did a couple of
Mhm.
years ago when they first introduced Clan Wars. It's like you're in a lead against 5 other alliances, and then you queue up to your battles and you can play against anyone else, not in your lead necessarily, but anyone else in the whole game queuing up, and then you get points and those points go to the lead, something like that.
That
So
helps their
it would
queuing
be-
problem too. That's a good idea. That's a good
So-
um
are you saying it would work kind of like an alliance event where you essentially during this window just get wins?
But you have to play with your alliance mates.
Yeah, and maybe in special
That's essentially what
modes,
it is.
different buffs and power ups, something unique about it, I guess.
Yeah, I like that. That
I
would
played
be
Clash Royale, actually. It was fun.
yeah.
yeah. I
did too.
played it too. I did, but I stopped playing before they introduced any alliance stuff, so I'm not familiar with that. But that's cool.
Yeah, I actually came back when the alliance stuff started.
That's when I started playing too.
I couldn't come back to that game. That game made me rage so hard. I couldn't-
Do we have any more topics? Or this
No,
is,
that's the last topic
so
actually.
We'll just kind of go into like an open discussion a little bit
Yeah,
here.
anything else you guys want to spit out there? Go for it.
Adam Jar, you have anything you want to talk about?
An idea is what do you think of solo queue mode? Like, let's say you have to solo queue, and then after a certain amount of time, so long as there's an equal number of humans on each team, you get filled with one bot or two bots, and then you play. Kind of more skill based, I guess, and less teamwork.
Yeah, or even you just sit in it until you queue with 6 people that are all also solo queuing.
Yeah, and then it's your choice if you want to wait for the solo queue or not. I think that's a really good idea.
That's a really good idea.
And that's actually, I think that even covers the practice zone almost.
Mm.
Because like the best way to practice is to play by yourself, and we promote deathmatch all the time for it, but it is different than arena. So if it was the arena maps but solo queue, I really like that idea, Adam. God mode, what do you think about that?
Might be,
Oh, he's still glitching out pretty hard.
Oh.
All right, Nom, so what do you think about that?
You got anything?
I mean, I'm all for adding everything you can to this game. You know, I don't see a reason why you should cut anything out. It probably wouldn't be something that I take advantage of, but I still want it in.
Yeah. Anything they can add is always pretty good.
You know,
I
'cause
just want to address. Oh. Go ahead, Noms.
I was just going to say, just because it's not for me doesn't mean it's not for everyone. So
For sure.
Someone just said something in comment. I'm not going to address it directly, but I just want to say something overall to the Kabam thing is like they shouldn't be focusing so much on the 10 or 15 people, 20 people that have all the 1250s. Like, sorry guys, love you guys. But like you guys are not the target right now. Like if you guys are unhappy, it really sucks. Like I really hope you guys don't leave the game. But like we need people in this game. And like I'm talking to myself too, because I complain because I'm not quite as high as you guys, but I have 5 of them now. And like I'm like, oh, I'm gonna need more champions soon. I'm gonna need more this soon. I'm gonna need more that soon. But like we need to think of like what is gonna make it better for people coming in, because that's what's gonna make the game better for us is more players.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, you get the talent. The more players play it, you get the reach. That's
Well, how do you think they should increase the player base? How do you increase the player base for a game?
it's just the content. It's the
It's just the content.
the game's gotta come first. No matter what advertising or marketing they
So
gotta do. the
game
game
first
has
and
to
people
be there.
follow.
I think the bugs need to be fixed.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's a
I
big
think
one.
if you're new to a game and you just lost 2 or
Yeah.
3 games and then you DC in a game, that's the shit that makes you just delete the game. That's the shit that makes it, oh fuck this game, delete it.
I agree.
You know what? You want, if you lose 3 or 4 games, you get pissed off like this and you close the app. That's way different than deleting the game. So they really need to get on the bugs, in my opinion.
And more content. More content brings people too.
What do you guys think of
For
like
sure.
a survival?
What?
Go ahead, God mode.
Survival mode?
Where you like it's just you and your team or boss. It's kind of like Stronghold, but it's a never-ending waves. It's wave 1, wave 2, and wave 10 is like one big boss or a couple big bosses, and it just never ends. And after every single wave, you get like plus 20 gold, plus 20 ISO, and then wave 10 you get something big like one tier 1 basic or something like that. And the higher you get, the better rewards.
I would like
Yeah.
some way to farm Catalyst, but it seems like they're pretty stingy with anything that's not ISO or gold or components.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, they seem to have everything else on lock, that's for sure.
Mhm.
especially
Mhm.
you. I want more units.
Mhm.
Well, I feel bad for some of the newer players that like want to get all their champs up to R3 to play them all, and they can't because they won't give out any more
Yeah,
Tier 2. Like that's a
that's-
little.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
actually,
they-
yeah. If you're starting as a new player today, you can't get rank 3.
You
Oh,
can.
Yeah.
How do
If
you
you
get
just
tier
download the
2s?
game right now, how do you get tier 2s? Oh, from
You
you do
can-
from
There's some milestones, yeah.
You can
Yeah.
get 5. You can
Okay.
get 5 rank 3s because I actually started a new account a couple days ago.
Okay, cool.
so
you-
you can get 5 of the 7.
Okay, so it's in some of the
Mhm.
milestones.
Yeah, it's in the milestones, and
Okay.
I see what you're talking about as a new player. It's kind of hard to find teams. You find a lot of bots, and if you do find a team, like they're weird. they don't know what to do, and it's kind of ridiculous. So I kind of feel what you guys are talking about.
A big
Maybe they
should-
strat for that though is Discord. Get on Discord.
Yeah, I was literally just about to say they should probably advertise the Discord too much because I for a lot of games I go to Reddit instead of Discord, but for this game the Discord's way better than the Reddit.
Oh yeah, the Discord's actually really good.
So maybe they could advertise the Discord a little bit more and try to promote
Absolutely.
newer players on the Discord.
Yeah, I don't know if it is promoted on the Reddit, but it should be pushed on the Reddit for sure. Because there's a lot
they
of
need to
people
pin
that
that.
will say things like a lot of people will complain about the BR matchmaking, which is a valid complaint, except for they're complaining about 700 versus an 800. And I'm like,
That's
no, that's
not-
actually
Oh yeah.
that's actually a good matchmaking there, you know.
You got lucky. Yeah.
Right, you
I
know,
get
they
so
don't.
annoyed with some Reddit.
I think
people.
within 150 is good.
Yeah,
If
I
you're
agree.
Like 150.
Absolutely agree. So I just kind of want to get those people kind of on the same page as everybody else. And
All right, well that's good for this one, I guess. Unless you guys
do
have,
you have-
anything else that you want to say.
Shout out to my boy Renzo. No, I'm playing. I'm just
Of course, I would shout out to Renzu.
Runzu's dead. I thought what?
I think he's good.
I'm kidding.
how is
About-
Renzo doing?
Down with-
I think he's doing better.
Yeah, he
now.
said he's getting better.
Yeah,
Nice.
getting better.
Okay, good.
Well, thank you everyone for chilling. We're just gonna take a quick 2 or 3 minute break here, and then we go play some MRock. Thank you, Adam GR, God Mode Noms. We really, really appreciate your time. Everything y'all had to say, it was awesome.
Love you guys, and yeah, we'll be back with another one next week.
Heck
I
yeah.
love you too, Cheddar. Peace.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Where's this? Oh, desktop audio.